Hey guys, I'm Josiah, and today we're going to be doing a movie review for Velvet Buzzsaw. This is our movie review for the week, and yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. So, for my thoughts, I wasn't really a big fan of this movie. I'm going to have to admit that. Nothing ever really seemed to happen with the characters. It was kind of strange in that way because it seemed like there never really was anything that really got going, anything that really started to take off, really. It was just kind of, and there wasn't very much character development and stuff, which was kind of a problem, as far as, like, the characters go. It was, I would say that some of the characters, like, Jake Gyllenhaal's character had a little bit of character development, but overall, like, the movie never really progressed the characters in any way. None of them were really characters that I cared about at all, which was also kind of an issue. I didn't really care if they lived or died, to be honest. Like, most of them were just, they didn't give me a reason to care for these characters. I think the character that I probably liked the most was probably John Malkovich's character, to be honest. And then he kind of disappeared like halfway through the film, and you never saw him again until like the very end, which was really weird and random, and he didn't really have any reason to be in the movie, which kind of explains, that kind of just relates to this movie in general, I guess. I like the allegories in the film, and there's some deeper like themes and meanings in the film that you can kind of dig through and stuff. So as far as that goes, that was kind of cool, seeing some of those deeper meanings, kind of exploring some of those and stuff, and the whole thing tying together with like art kills and stuff. And obviously this film took that very literally, but really, like, I thought that it was interesting how I thought it was interesting how they kind of went down that road and stuff. The cinematography was pretty terrible. Like, I don't know, there wasn't anything very exciting as far as the cinematography goes. The music was pretty forgettable. I don't know. Overall, like, those are kind of my general thoughts of the film, I guess. The only really positive thing that I could take away from this film is probably the performances were pretty good for the most part. So I think that the actors did a great job as far as their performances go. They just didn't have much to go off of from the script as far as character development. That's a positive, and then the deeper meanings of the film are definitely a positive as well. I thought the ending was a little bit rough and could have been a lot better. A friend of mine suggested that it would have been cool if they had like made it so that the I don't remember her name, the woman with the velvet buzzsaw thing on her neck ended up being the one who was kind of like orchestrating the kills and all of that stuff, so that she could be the one on top or whatever. I thought that would have been a really cool twist as well, but obviously that's not the direction that they went with. So overall, this was an okay film. It's a film that I probably will never watch again. Yeah, so those are kind of my general thoughts about it. But let's go ahead and check into what some of you guys thought about the film as well. And we'll start here with Rye, the movie guy, who says, "When I reviewed this movie, I compared it to Dan Gilroy's other film, Nightcrawler, which was a great movie. I usually don't like to compare films to others, but this one, I couldn't help but find things that could have made this movie just as good as his previous film. It was an alright movie, nothing special." I definitely agree with that. Nightcrawler is an amazing movie, and I love that movie, and I think that I can definitely see some of the style similarities and stuff, and some of the kind of the structure of the film. But I definitely agree that Nightcrawler was a much better movie, and so hopefully Dan Gilroy can definitely take time to try to make a movie that's a little bit more on the same level as far as story and character goes as Nightcrawler was. Raphael says here, what an odd movie. It wasn't anything special in terms of a movie, dull camera movement, a lot of subplots, but it told a good story and was very entertaining. But gosh, what a weak ending. It would have been interesting to see an ending that leaves you wondering instead of just a poorly thought out cliffhanger. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I do know what you mean, because that's kind of how I felt about it as well. I mean, that's all I can really say about this film. It wasn't anything special, and there were many questions left unanswered. I would have liked to have some backstory behind why the painter cursed his art. Yeah, he was abused by his dad, but he was mentally disturbed, etc. But besides that, there wasn't much information on the painter himself. The acting was pretty good. It had a great cast. I also loved the opening credits. It was really trippy, but also awesome. So yeah, I enjoyed watching this movie, but I can't say it's my favorite. And I can definitely agree with that. There's definitely some positives in this movie, and that'll definitely bump up my score a little bit for the film. But overall, it was definitely a film that I felt like was, for the most part, nothing super special, and a film that we can easily just kind of move past, and it won't really affect any of us in any way. So yeah, I don't know. It was an okay film. It was just a film that existed, and it was just okay. So kind of in relating to that, my score for this film would be 2.5 stars out of 5. Yeah, that's about it for this film. It was just a film that existed, and it's time to move on. So, Jake Gyllenhaal is like one of my favorite actors. So it was great seeing him as usual. But yeah, so that is going to be movie review for today for Velvet Buzzsaw. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I look forward to our next movie, which is going to be Lego Movie 2, which is out this weekend. So make sure that you go check it out and give me your thoughts on the film, and let's go ahead and prepare for movie review for next week. With that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.